Published 1730 EDT, the 17th of September 2017. Updated 1907 EDT, the 17th of September 2017. Liverpool may have issues at the back, but what really concerned me was their inability to kill off Burnley. All their dominance and creativity produced 35 shots but just one goal. Liverpool are one of the most exciting teams to watch. Roberto Firmino, Philippe, Coutinho and Mo Salah are lovely footballers whose intricate play can be scintillating. They share the goals around the team. You are not going to get a Golden Boot contender from this side. But against teams like Burnley who defend resolutely, Liverpool need a ruthless goalscorer to put the game to bed. Think of Ian Rush, Robbie, Fowler and Michael Owen. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp fumes on the touchline as Burnley record a 11 draw at Anfield. Daniel Sturridge was handed a start up front, but he was unable to breach the Clarets' defence every time they stepped onto the pitch at Anfield. The sole aim was to score as many as possible. I do not see the same selfish streak in players like Firmino. While Daniel Sturridge is lacking in confidence, it was Dominic Solanke who looked most likely to score, but he missed from 2 yards. This is a recurring theme for Jurgen Klopp. As our graphic below shows, of last season's top 6, Liverpool had the worst record against teams in the bottom half. If they cannot convert their dominance into goals, the Premier League title remains a distant ambition. Dominic Solanke came close to winning the game late on and should have hit the target. Lazy players to blame for Palace slump. When a new manager arrives at a football club, you normally see the players run the socks off in a bit to impress him. Crystal Palace gave nothing for Roy Hodgson in his first game against Southampton. Of course, Palace are desperately low on confidence, but they lacked ideas. There was no intelligence in any of the play. For the second game running, Palace fell behind to an early goal, but at least against Burnley they responded by creating chances. I saw none of that aggression, a desire to get back into the game at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace pair Jason Punchin and Joel Ward trudge off after defeat by Southampton. Up front, Christian Benteke was bone idle. He offered no movement and failed to close down when Palace did not have the ball. If Palace are to end the record goal drought, Hodgson needs to get much more from his target man. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was the only shining light in a thoroughly uninspiring performance. Palace may have sacked Frank de Boer, but the problems run far deeper than the manager. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was the one bright spark for Palace in the third loss at Selhurst Park. It's neck and neck in Manchester. It's remarkable that the Manchester clubs boast identical records atop the Premier League, with Sergio Aguero and Romelu Lukaku scoring for fun. It's little wonder that City and United have scored more than a quarter of this season's Premier League goals. There is a long way to go, but it is already shaping up to be a battle between Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola for the title. I cannot wait for when they lock horns in December. Romelu Lukaku continued his brilliant goal-scoring form for Manchester United against Everton. Sergio Sosa. Plenty of people over the summer, myself included, thought Sergio Aguero's days at Manchester City might have been numbered. There were question marks over whether he could lead Pep Guardiola's pressing game, and it seemed Alexis Sanchez was waiting in the wings to replace him. But Aguero has taken up the challenge. He is covering more ground than at the same stage last season and is more efficient in front of goal. From looking a spare part, Aguero is now as sharp as ever. Sergio Aguero helped himself to his 10th Manchester City hat-trick in the 60 win at Watford. It is never easy driving home from football on a Saturday evening and getting the phone call that your dad has been fired. I don't think Dad was given the time he deserved at Birmingham, but unfortunately, that's modern management. In hindsight, he may have wished he had left it there after saving them last season. But he loved the city and the fans and was determined to win promotion for them. He is gutted that he didn't get a chance to see out this season. Harry Redknapp was sacked on Saturday evening after a 3-1 loss at home to Preston. Ibe can be Cherry's creator-in-chief. How good was Jordan Ibe for Bournemouth on Friday, and how frustrating is it that it has taken this long for him to show what he can do without him? Bournemouth were going nowhere and a fifth straight defeat was on the cards. Ibe's 20-minute cameo against Brighton lifted the place. His 2 passes to set up Bournemouth's goals were as good as it gets. They are assists we see from Kevin De Bruyne every week, and Ibe's challenge is to become his side's creator-in-chief. I picked Ibe in my 10 players to watch at the start of last season. Maybe I went a year too early. Jordan Ibe provided 2 assists for Bournemouth as they came from behind to beat Brighton.